Plaintiff Soniel Brooks dated the defendant for over 6 years, and they have 2 sons together. Soniel claims the defendant cheated on her numerous times, and she always took him back for the sake of her kids. However, the defendant left Soniel for another woman, and she's suing him today for the cost of a car and registration fees. Defendant Charlie Collins says the only reason they're in court is because Soniel is extremely insecure and she was constantly accusing him of cheating. Charlie claims after he left Soniel, she kept his kids from him for 4 months, and he denies owing her for the car.
Prove your case.
Your Honor, I started dating the defendant 6.5 years ago. I had to learn the hard way that once a cheater, always a cheater. I gave him numerous chances after he cheated on me because we have 2 sons together. And I wanted my sons to have 2 parents in the household opposed to one because I was raised in a single parent household myself. And not only that, Your Honor, he started to go down the wrong path and he ended up catching a case for possession of a deadly weapon. They gave him 2 years probation for the case, and I ended up sticking by his side also, Your Honor. And not only that, we have a son that's 4.5 years old, Your Honor. He has autism. And I have to take him back and forth to the psychiatrist and back and forth to see his doctors. And I also have a 3-year-old battery defendant. We have 2 sons together. But my 4.5-year-old requires special attention. He's not around to help me with my sons at all. Mm-hmm. So I'm doing it by myself.
How often does he visit with the children?
He started back like a month ago, like in July.
Prior to that?
We were together prior to that.
So you were together until a month ago?
We were together like about 3 months ago. But before that, no, he wasn't no visits for 2.5 months.
Since you all broke up?
Yes.
Okay, but prior to that, he was in the household?
Yeah, prior to that, yes.
Helping you out?
Yes.
Okay. And during this breakup, he hasn't been around, and that's not unusual. Sometimes guys let things cool off a little. When he feels he's going to be violent when he comes to see you, then yeah, he shouldn't come over if the kids are going to be there unless you're willing to let him visit through a third party. There's a lot of reasons that immediately after a breakup, the fathers might not come around, and in some cases, mothers. What did you want to say?
First of all, Your Honor, the reason why we here is because she upset because I cheated and left her alone. Mm-hmm. And we've been together for 6 years on and off. Her insecurity, she always accused me of doing
I object to that,
whatever.
Your Honor.
She ever catch you red-handed?
Yes.
Well, no.
This the only time. This the only time, though.
My intervene, Your Honor.
Mm-hmm. All right.
She kept my kids away from me for 4 months. I ain't been able to talk, see, or smell
How
my
have
kids.
you attempted to see them? Give me an example of what happened on one occasion where she prohibited you.
I tried to come to the house one time. She called the police on me.
When was that?
It was one time like 2 months ago.
Ma'am, did you call the police?
Oh, he's a lie. I didn't call. He tried to kick my door in, Your Honor.
For what?
He tried to kick the door because he said he wanted to see his kids. I changed my number.
Why would he have to kick the door in to see his kids?
Because I wasn't letting him in.
Right. So you're doing all this talk about how he hasn't seen his children for 2 months or since the breakup, which has only been a couple of months. And now we hear why. Because as you just said, you won't let him. Cost of the car. How does he owe you for a car?
He owed me for the price of the car because, Your Honor, I found out he was cheating on me with this woman that he left me for, and I told the defendant that he had to leave my house. I found the messages on MySpace, Facebook, that they were explicit messages. This is the same woman that he left me for. And
Can we get to the car?
Okay, Your Honor. The car was
I'm with you now. That's why you're here today.
Yeah, right.
Go ahead.
Okay, after he left, he ran off with the car. I told him to bring my car back. He didn't bring the car back.
What do you mean? After he left that night?
Yeah, after he left that night, he took the keys.
So you said you have to leave and he grabs your keys?
No, he left. I told him to leave. He snuck the keys out, Your Honor. I didn't tell him he can get the keys or nothing.
Right, you had told him he had to leave the house.
Yes,
though.
I told him to leave
All
the
right.
house.
He grabbed the keys and left.
I didn't see him get the keys, Your Honor. I was in the room. I was upset, so I was sitting
Okay,
there.
so how do you know he took the car?
Because after I went outside, the car was gone. And I called this one, I'm like, could you bring me back my car? He was like, I'm gonna bring it back, but he never bought the car back, Your Honor.
What happened?
After that, I hadn't seen or talked to him for like 2 months after that.
Did you ever find out what happened to your car?
I found out like in May the 25th, he called a friend of mine and told her that the car had got stolen.
Okay.
But actually, I believe the car didn't get stolen because he was saying that he was going to take the motor out the car. He was saying he wasn't going to give me back my car or anything.
All right, sir.
First of all, Your Honor, the insurance was in my name. I was the only liable person to drive that car. And she couldn't drive. She can't drive at all.
All right.
I ain't finna have her driving the car with my sons in there. That's very dangerous.
So you took it.
No, I ain't actually take it. I had the keys all along.
All right.
I can't
so
take
where's
nothing. I
the
had
car?
the keys to. It got stolen one night when I was at the club.
Let me see your police report.
I couldn't make the police report because she knew the license to the plate to the car. Because she knew the license plate to the car. And I ain't know the license plate.
You didn't know the license plate.
Right.
So you didn't go to the police station.
Right. I was calling her.
You can describe the car to the police.
Yes,
You don't have anything indicating that it was stolen.
No.
I want to interject. He's saying that he's talking about the car, whatever the car was in his name. I was letting him drive the car because we were a family, of course. And
Who owned the car? Did you own the car?
Yes, I own the car.
All right. He took your car and didn't return, and he doesn't have evidence to prove what he's saying. So at this point, I'm going to find him liable for your car. Even if he claims to have been a victim of a third-party theft, you have no proof of that.
Can I say something?
No, you can prove to me that somebody stole that car. That's what you can say. Is that what you're about to say?
Yeah.
All right. Tell me how you know.
Yeah,
what proof?
But I got proof is the only reason why she was really trying to get the car back was because she was talking to the dude.
Because she owned it. Ma'am, let's get to the car registration you're suing him for. Car registration you're suing him for, how does he owe you for that?
He owed me because I paid $275 to renew the registration.
For who?
For me.
For whose car?
For my car.
So how does he owe you?
Because he took the car.
Would you have had to pay had he not taken it?
Yeah, I still would have
All right then. So he doesn't know you for that part, ma'am. As you just said, you would have had to pay it. You paid it when you first got it, and he hadn't taken it by then. So we're going to subtract your car fees, registration fees, which were $275. You want $2,275 minus the $275 in registration fees leaves you with $2,000. I'm going to grant you your judgment because you have proved it was yours and that he took it.
Yes,
have a good day. Judgment for the plaintiff.
Well, it's none. It's in the past now. She can get our money.
I still resent him for taking my car and leaving me and my kids. And we had to get on the bus back and forth, and I had to take my son to the doctor and to his appointment. That's why I resent him from, because my son is more important than anything, and he took from not only from me but from his sons.